Hi there, it's me, Betty, joyfully raw, lighten up your life on raw and living foods. You noticed the little lady over there, what she's doing. I don't know if she's going to be featured today. She's sleeping away. So today I want to talk about the back roads. Yes, the back roads. I've been thinking about this with my recent training for my run. And when I go down Main Street, I see all the people running down Main Street, running on Main Street, walking on Main Street, shopping on Main Street, all the things people do on Main Street, USA. Then I leave all that and I go out on a back road to do my run, and I get totally blissed out there. And the reason why is because I'm in nature and back to the earth, back to the way things used to be. Out there's a farm, there's mud, there's trees, all kinds of trees, there's moss on the trees that are laying down, there's a river, the birds are singing. It is so incredibly beautiful. At one point, you can go way up on the top of the hill, and there's a little bench up there, and you can sit up there and just see all over. And if the sun's ready to set, incredible, incredible beauty. That's what blisses me out, because that is alive. We are all alive. Thinking about how technology has replaced people being together and loving one another. Thinking how text has replaced talking, and Facebook has replaced face-to-face, and email has replaced handwritten mail. Just really looking at the way technology has really taken over our world, and yes, in a lot of ways it's a very good thing and we enjoy it. However, what has it taken away from us? And then you have corporate America on Main Street, with all the food stores and the shopping and the commercialism and the, buyout of America. When you have your back road farmer, right? He's got his little farm out there. He's got his little vegetables beside the road for sale. The little garden and just the little rabbits and all those kinds of things. I love the back roads. I was thinking how I feel like sometimes like I want to go at a turtle's pace in a mass transit, high-speed technological world. I feel like one of those dogs at the circus jumping through the hoops, and all that this life requires in this world, to meet the demands of the governmental things, all the things that come upon us, and some of these hoops are on fire. It's pretty much of a challenge sometimes. And really, this fast pace, where is it all getting us? What are we looking for that we don't already have? I'd like to read you a little clip from a book called Soul Gardening. It's called Cultivating the Good Life by Terry Hershey. It's a beautiful book, similar to my message here, and I absolutely love it. It says, "The rich industrialist from the north was horrified to find the southern fisherman lying lazily beside the boat, smoking a pipe. 'Why aren't you out fishing?' the industrialist asked. 'Because I caught enough fish for the day,' said the fisherman. 'Why don't you catch some more?' 'What would I do with them?' 'You could earn more money,' was the reply. 'With that you could have a motor fixed to your boat and go into the deeper waters and catch more fish. Then you could make enough to buy nylon nets. These would bring you more fish and more money. Soon you would have enough money to own 2 boats, maybe even a fleet of boats. Then you would be a rich man like me.' 'What would I do then?' asked the fisherman. 'Then you could really enjoy life.' The fisherman replied, "What do you think I'm doing right now?" So consider that perhaps we are already there. It's very important then to quiet the mind, slow ourselves down, not be so caught up in this fast-paced living. Isn't life going so very, very fast? We live in a very fast world. I'll read you something that Henry Mitchell said about this, a quiet mind. He said, "Turn down the noise, reduce the speed. Be like the somnolent bears or those other animals that slow down and almost die in the cold season. Let it be the way it is. The magic is there in its power." It's funny, I always say I'm high on life. I'm celebrating life. And in this same book, Terry Hershey talks about being intoxicated on life. And I want to read you another little part of what he says, where he says, "An invitation to be smashed for hours on some strictly limited aspect of the great big everything, or even harmless toots, is intimidating when you are expecting life to be a transaction which requires a payoff, living in the shadow of some balance sheet, detailing what is owed and what is past due. There's no doubt that we are a formula-oriented culture, and we want to know the steps, or the outcome, right? In this case, the saying is true. Life always happens when your head is turned. Like when the sun is just above the trees, and the sky begins its early evening kaleidoscope, and the scorecards simply make no sense." I also love what Calvin told Hobbes in the Calvin and Hobbes comic strip. He said, "Wow, look at the stains on my skin. I say, if your knees aren't green by the end of the day, you ought to seriously re-examine your life." I love that. My goal today and every day is to have blissful moments of intoxication, being high on life, being high on nature, walking the back road, seeing the beauty of the brook, listening to the water flow, seeing the structure of the trees in their winter nakedness without all the foliage, how beautiful and tall they stand, looking at the little tracks in the snow and trying to figure out what kind of little critter that put them there. Stopping and listening to all the birds in the trees that are singing. Yesterday they were singing a spring song, actually. There were 3 robins, and oh, it was beautiful. Stopping at the stables up there in the country and just loving all the horses. There's just so much to be enjoyed out there in nature that just it's the high point of my day to go out on the back roads and to make it my aim to just be intoxicated and blissed out on everything that nature has to offer. It is such a profound way to spend the day. I get lost in the time. I forget what time it is. I just get so intoxicated with it all. It's just wonderful. So tell me, what do the back roads of your life look like? And what do you enjoy about them? Eat raw and living foods. Investigate the back roads of life, and your life will